Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Infinity Dove Tarot and Dowsing. My name is Kirsten, and today I wanted to read on the Huda and Louie situation after they were exposed even further for their racism, whether it's conscious or unconscious. It came out in a live that Huda and Louie were doing. And the clip is all over the internet. You can search for it if you want, where they picked up a young caller. It sounded like a young person. They said Alandria is an N-word. And Huda and Louie both looked at each other and burst out laughing. It was like they were found it hilarious to call a black woman the N-word, and then they tried to clean it up and say that they didn't hear Alandria's name, they just heard the racial slur, and so apparently that was what was so hilarious to them. So Huda, you can well, I don't want to be nasty, but anyway, I wanted to read on what's going to happen for them now after the fallout. And you know, I focus on relationships, so I'm going to look at the relationship aspect, like where's their relationship headed. So let's get started. We've got row 1 is the past or recent past. Row 2 is the present. And today is November 4th. So you read it as the present moment. It could be, you know, within a week to 3 weeks, present energy. And then you have the third row is the future, and we don't know how far into the future this is. It could be it could be 1 week, it could be 1 month, it could be 1 year. So let's see what's going to happen in this relationship. So we're starting off with the challenge card in the center. Oh, and this will be Huda's energy. This column 1, column 3 will be Louie's energy, and column 2 will be the relationship, what's happening in the relationship. So with that understood, let's get started. So we always start with the challenge card. We have strength and la conversation. So this whole scandal blew up because Huda and Louie couldn't control themselves. They couldn't control their basic instincts, right? What naturally comes to them. They couldn't control themselves. They should have shown restraint emotionally and verbally, but they didn't. And the clarifier in the conversation is literally all the public talk and gossip about what this woman did. So it's literally public talk and gossip, what people are saying. When paired with the strength, it tells me that the conversation that got them into trouble was raw, it was unfiltered, it was their inner nature, it was their true character, and they got exposed for who they really are. They let their mouth run without thinking, and it backfired on them. They fed off each other and off the audience, and now the same audience is turning on them. Huda's card is the Three of Wands, clarified by Belvedere and Disgrazia. I think this means Fairview, and this means tragedy. So she saw a future with Louie, right? She was looking towards the future with him, and they were trying to build something. They had a shared vision. They were trying to expand their platform. They were probably even plotting brand deals or a joint move. I feel like they were trying to get a reality show. But Belvedere and Disgrazia is a big red flag. It shows the future they were banking on just burned down. Disgrazia is a scandal, disgrace, something going up in flames, literally and metaphorically. So whatever momentum they thought they had, it's crashed and burned, and their reputations are scorched. Louie's card is the Wheel of Fortune and Donna Maritata, the married lady. This could be his baby mama. But I do feel like this is a major turning point for Louie. This could represent his mother or the mother of his child, trying to gather him together, get him together. On one level, it says that external responsibilities or a woman from his past is now playing a role in how things are unfolding for him. And on another level, it shows that fate is stepping in to humble both he and Huda, and their fortunes are turning, and it's not in the direction they were hoping. So their fame was rising, but their arrogance has led to public downfall. They've lost control in a moment that revealed more than just a joke. It revealed their true colors, who they truly are. Next row, or the present moments, we have the Four of Coins and Viaggio. Hold on, let me just pick this up. My nails are making it difficult. There we go. So they're challenged by the Four of Coins and clarified by Viaggio. So right now, they're trying to hold on to their status, to their income, to whatever they got left, to their relationship. But Viaggio says one of them might be planning to move on, take a vacation, or go on a trip. Or physically distance themselves from the chaos. They're trying to act like nothing's wrong, but their foundation is shaken up. Someone may be thinking of leaving. It's looking like it's Louie or Louis or whatever his name is. I don't care. Now, Huda's card is the Hangman and Bambino. So we could have a pregnancy alert here. Careful, Huda, if you don't want to get pregnant. Watch yourself. But the Hangman is a forced pause, stagnation, being hung up or held up or put on pause because of what happened. And Bambino points to new beginnings. But here it feels more like damage control. They're in limbo. Brand deals are frozen, reputation is in question, and now they have to sit in this discomfort. If they want a new beginning, it has to come from completely flipping their mindset. And I don't know if either one of them is capable of that truly. Louie has the Four of Swords and Morte. I just heard death threats. But let's get back to the reading. I feel like we're reading like we don't know who is doing what right now, but it's feeling like it's Louie, kind of retreating and laying low. But it could be that they're both trying to retreat and lay low, right? Morte tells me that this isn't just a time out. Something is coming to an end. Their reputation is dead. Maybe even the dynamic between them is dying. Morte cuts clean. So this isn't just shade, this is a full eclipse. And it feels like Huda's career, as she knew it, has flatlined. Or Louie's career. I still think there's something in coming down the pipe for Huda. But I feel like they're in damage control mode now. They're trying to lay low. One or both of them is thinking about leaving, and that could be leaving the relationship or just taking some time out, maybe go on a trip to evade the current chaos. But I think that one or both of them is also thinking about ending the relationship, but they're not saying it out loud yet. They're still holding on to each other, like security blankets. Let's see if I can make some more space here for the third row. Oh, and today I'm using the Love Dynamics deck, which is available on my Etsy. It's called Wingseer at Etsy, Wingseer. If you're interested in this deck, on the back of each card are 8 categories of love or relationship dynamics. And they're very accurate. Took me over a year to create these cards, so if you're interested, it's available on my Etsy. And I'm also using the Louie Sibylla. Okay. So row 3 is the future ahead for them. Start with a challenge card. We got the Page of Swords and Ladro, the Thief, reversed. See how he's sneaking in to steal the valuables? The bank or the vault is right there. So this combo is kind of wild. Something's going to be exposed again about Huda or Louie or both. Ladra reversed is someone who feels robbed or wronged, like the world owes them. And the Page of Swords is all about watching and spying or defending. So this tells me that Huda and Louie are going to go into victim mode. They see themselves as the victim. They see themselves as being robbed of their opportunities. They're saying, we were taken out of context, we didn't mean it. It's cancel culture. But that energy is going to backfire on both of them, because people aren't buying it. Everybody knows what it was. Everybody saw what it was, and everybody heard what it was. And you can't put toothpaste back into the tube once it's out. So we all know what you're both about. But I see some receipts being pulled on them. It could be some old behavior or something one of them says next. It could even be betrayal from within. Someone close to them, maybe a former friend or a team member, could leak messages or turn against them publicly to save face. It feels like an insider outs them with some proof or evidence, or brand rep distances themselves while quietly leaking some details that make them look even more guilty of the situation. Excuse me. So Huda has the Eight of Coins and Consolate Suppressa. So I do feel like there's something good coming in for Huda around her work. It could be around her music. But we're reading mutual energy right now. So I feel like they're both going to try to keep working. They're going to try to rebuild. And they're going to post content again soon. Consolate Suppressa says that financial opportunity could show up, but it will be small. And I feel like it's going to show up for Huda. But it could be Louie. We'll see how it plays out. Definitely it's not what they had before. So they're going to have to settle for crumbs compared to the luxury brand deals that were coming in before. They may try to pivot platforms. Louie's card in the future is Temperance and the Widower. So this is kind of heavy. One of them will try to heal and mature from this, and it's saying it's likely Louie. Could be Huda, but we're just going to read it as mutual energy. One of them may try to heal or mature from this. But the widower is someone who is left behind. So there's loss here and sadness. Even if the two of them stay together, the vibe between them won't ever be the same or go back to what it was. There's emotional separation ahead, and this could be the beginning of the end for them as a duo. The outcome card is the Five of Cups and La Amante reversed. So this is emotional regret, shame, disappointment. La Amante reverse is an unfaithful woman, a manipulative woman, a selfish, bitter, depressed, cold woman. It feels like Huda. Her public image will continue to decline unless she makes a major change or turnaround. And this card combination says that she's not likely to learn. She's probably going to lash out even more as a victim. She'll project her shame or her blame onto others, like her fans, Alandria's fans, Louie, the brands. But internally, she's spiraling. This is not. She's not doing well with it. So now let's read the columns. Huda's column, we'll just point to it if you can see everything, hopefully. There we go. So Huda's column, she wants to build an empire with Louie in the past, right? But she's been forced into a pause. Everything's been put on hold or has become stagnant, cut off. But she will try to keep working, but things won't hit the same. She may pull in a small opportunity, or perhaps her album will make her some money. I think it will do unexpectedly well. That's what I think. So maybe focus on your music, Huda. And I can't move the card, so hold on. There we go. And then in column 3, which is Louie's column, okay. So in the past, he was riding the fame wave of Huda's coattails. Now he's going to go quiet or emotionally check out to distance himself from it all. I don't feel like this is a healing, even though it's next to temperance. I feel like it's more like withdrawal. But I think that he's going to try to keep the peace between them, try to calm Huda down, keep her calm and in check. But there is a separation or an ending looming in their future. Now, column 2 is the relationship. So, they couldn't keep their mouths shut, and now the damage is done. They're clinging to each other out of fear or security. But soon, something else will be exposed about them, maybe through a spy in the camp, someone close to them that they wouldn't expect. Or it might even be something that they say again on a live, or they're going to expose themselves again. They're going to be exposed again. Some truth is going to get spilled. They may have to face another public shaming. They may have to face another public shaming. Yeah. So, I predict that this relationship is running on fumes right now. One of them is going to emotionally check out first. I think it's going to be Louie, and the other one is going to spiral, and I think that's going to be Huda. Publicly, they're going to try to pretend that everything is fine, but their brand is broken. Their influence as a duo is questionable. It's severely damaged. And individually, Louie might recover, but Huda has a steeper climb. Because she feels like a victim. She feels like the victim. I do feel like they're headed for a parting. Either emotionally or professionally by the end of this year. We could hear about them parting, possibly by the end of this year. So there's hope for both of them if they can stop blaming other people and start owning their shit. But if this pattern continues, the victimhood, the recklessness, and the codependence, then no, they're going to crash again. It's just a matter of time before something else comes out. So my advice to Huda and Louie is you can't heal the same energy that got you canceled. This isn't about haters. This is about humility. Find some. And my advice to the viewers is take note of what happens when someone shows you who they are. Don't excuse it just because they're entertaining. Real harm was done. I can't watch that clip without it hurting my heart, without it making me upset, without it triggering me. So it has an effect on people, and it's a lingering effect, and it's a diminishing effect, right? That's why that word is not acceptable. So Huda and Louie, take a Black History course. Do that for yourself. Do that for yourself so you can grow. That's my advice, my personal advice to them. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading and found it hopeful, healing, insightful, entertaining. Everything here was alleged for entertainment purposes only. It's just a tarot card reading. We'll see how it all unfolds, but this was my interpretation, and I hope that you enjoyed it. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon. Oh, if you'd like a personal reading or a custom designed pendulum protocol for your issues, or a private SRT session, a spiritual response therapy session, please contact me. My information is in the description box. All right, have a lovely day, and bye-bye.